Hello guys, this is not a normal video today, at least not the video that I normally do, not the type of the content I produce. This is more like a vlog this time, and the reason for this, apologies. And the reason for this is actually one of the dogs, and this is the other dog. And the reason for this is that I have a couple of videos in progress, but I will not be able to finish them before my vacation. I'm going on vacation to Japan with my wife and her sister, and I wanted to take some kind of equipment with me, which is normally the camera and power bank and my phone, obviously. And I wanted to make some decisions on what's best to do for the particular type of trip we're going to take. And this trip is going to be a normal tourist trip. This is the first time we're going to Japan. We're going to major cities like Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, Hiroshima, and we're going to enjoy the towns and the cities and, let's say, the normal monuments, museums, and parks there. We're not going to any hike or any adventure in the rural Japan. So it's pretty normal and obvious and boring, let's say, tourist trip. And keep that in mind for this video. So the gear I'm going to talk about is specifically for this type of trip. So I'm going to talk about what type of equipment I'm going to take. And after I come back from Japan, I wanted to make a different video explaining what did I miss or whether my choices were absolutely fine for the trip that I'm going to take. And that's the idea behind this video, to take this thought process into one video and then validate it after the trip, whether it was accurate or not. And perhaps some people who will attempt a similar trip can check this video, or if my decisions resonate with you or you have some kind of additions, you could add your suggestions in the comments, and that would be absolutely fine and just in line with this video of and why am I taking it. So without further ado, let's dive directly into the content for this video. And first thing that I'm going to talk about would be the backpack that I'm going to take. This is the backpack from Big Design. It's a 20-liter backpack. If you don't know the Big Design, I definitely recommend checking out this company. It produces great type of bags and equipment mainly aimed at photographers. It's very comfortable and it's pretty worn here, but it has a lot of bells and whistles. I will not go into all of them in this video, but just wanted to cover how it fares as a backpack itself. It fares fairly well. So it has this big entrance in the top. It has this laptop and the tablet entrance here. It has this big mouth pouch, mouth pocket on the top as well. And then let me take this out. And what it also, interestingly enough, has on the sides is you can open it, and you have all kind of sections here. These sections, it's on Velcro, so you can rearrange them or you can take them completely out, and each section allows you to separate your items and put them wherever you want. And then finally it has this very nice pockets on the side where you can put your SD cards, your cables and whatnot. And this will be my my backpack for the trip. What I just took out from the backpack is my Sony WH-4, I believe, noise cancelling headphones. Fantastic to sit in the plane and not hear the hum, or to just relax in peace and quiet without disturbing others with your music or being disturbed by other noises. So noise cancelling headphones is a must for me. Another thing that I just took out is my power bank. It's from Anker. It's 20k milliampere power bank. It's pretty much enough to charge your phone maybe 5 times. I really like it, and me and my wife have the same model. The only drawback from it is that it outputs quite a lot of wattage to charge your devices, but if you try to charge the power bank itself, it only accepts 15 watts, which is very little, and it therefore charges very slowly. It takes the empty power bank takes about 8 hours until it's charged. So if you will ever buy this kind of power bank, bear in mind how fast the power bank charges itself. Since we're talking about accessories, I'm going to take this nice pouch with me as well. I take it everywhere by default. It's also in my work bag. It holds all my cables, hard drives, adapters. I really like the fact that all my cables are just inside, and I organize it nicely in it, and then you can always tuck it in whatever bag or storage you have. So that's that for the accessories. Now, what's next? We're going to talk about the main camera that I will take, and this is Fujifilm XT-5. I shoot majority of my YouTube videos on it, except this one, which I'm shooting with an iPhone. It's a fantastic camera. It has 40 megapixels. It can shoot 4K video as well. It has tiltable screen. It has space for 2 SD cards, which would be very convenient for me. I'm taking one for 256 gigabytes and another one for, I think, 32 gigabytes, but I have some backup SD cards just in case if I will run out of space. I don't think so, but who knows. And the XT-5 is a weather-resistant camera if you pair it with a weather-resistant lens, and this is exactly the lens that I have right here. This is the 16 to 80 Fujifilm f4. And this is the normal new kit lens for Fujifilm cameras, and this is also weather resistant. So I can shoot it in the rain and not bother much. I can also kind of take it somewhere where it's windy and sandy, although I try not to. And I hope I will take majority of my pictures in Japan with this lens and this camera, because they produce great pictures. Next to that, I was thinking what other lens I can take, and I have plenty of lens in my life. I'm going to talk about the lens that I'm not going to take. First one is 56mm f1.2 from Fujifilm. It's a fantastic lens. I really love it. It gives you very sharp and shallow depth of field at the same time pictures. It's great for photography, for portraits. I don't think I will take much portraits in Japan. You of course can use it for different type of pictures, but I just feel that maybe I will not have an opportunity to take those, and I already have a very good kit lens, and therefore 56mm one, although it's a wonderful lens, but it just might be too heavy to take this one along as well. Another one which I will unfortunately not take is the 16mm 1.4. It's also a very nice, fantastic, sharp lens from Fujifilm, and it's weather resistant as well. It takes marvelous wide angle pictures, fantastic for landscapes, but also great for any kind of creative pictures like portraits and so on. And I already have 16mm on my kit lens, so I'd rather just save a bit of weight and not take this one to me. So that leaves me with final decision if I want to take another lens, and that takes me to these two bad boys. These both are 35mm Fujifilm. That one is f2 and this one is f1.4. f2 is weather resistant and f1.4 is not. But f1.4, in my opinion, gives much more smoother, let's say, creative kind of pictures. And I'm leaning towards this one, although it's not a weather resistant lens. f2 is also a great lens. It takes very sharp pictures. It has very fast autofocus. It's just that the in my mind, the pictures that I want to take in Japan with neon, with lots of different colors and lights, I just feel that f1.4 would fit me better, although f2 is also just a great lens as well. I'm still on the fence. I probably don't need to take two lenses with the same focal length. I probably stick to f1.4. Haven't decided yet, but probably 1.4 it will be. Next topic that I'm going to talk about is my phone, and I have an iPhone 15 Pro. It's an amazing phone. I'm shooting this video on my previous iPhone SE 2020, which is basically an iPhone 8, and the length to which the technological progress went with the iPhone 15 Pro, to me it's amazing compared to the SE 2020. It makes great pictures on this small sensor with this 3 lens. It takes fantastic video, especially with software stabilization and all the bells and whistles that Apple put in it. So I hope I will take a lot of video footage with it as well, because it's fairly easy to hold, and the stabilization that is built in the software of the phone itself is enough for most of the choices that I'm going to do. So I will not do creative footages, or not a lot of action scenes or things like this. I think this will be enough, and I hope that I will see how it fares without any kind of stabilization outside of the body. What's interesting is what Apple did with the video mode. You can, so maybe you see it here, you can shoot the ProRes footage on it if you have the external SSD drive, and ProRes allows you to also shoot with Apple Log Gamma, which further on, if nobody knows, Apple Log allows you to correct later the colors and apply creative gradings and things like this. So it really allows you to add more creativity to your videos. The problem with the ProRes footage is that it's very big. So that's why Apple only allows it to use with external SSD, external drive. And initially I was thinking, okay, well, I might as well then buy an external drive. This is Samsung T7 because Apple has now the USB-C format. So I can buy the external drive, and then I can plug it in and put my ProRes footage on it. For this, I got this little MagSafe card holder, to which the drive just fits very easily. So it just slides in, and then you have the opening of the drive right there. Then you plug it in like this, and then the MagSafe goes on top of the iPhone very accurately, and then you can plug it in, and then you can, well, you can directly save all your footage on this little hard drive. It doesn't really add much weight. It's very convenient. So I thought this would be an alternative instead of just saving big video files internally. until I found about another fantastic app from Blackmagic, which is called Blackmagic Camera. Blackmagic Camera allows you to record in Apple log, but in a compressed format of H.265. So you get much smaller files with compression. There are some compression artifacts, but with Apple log, so you can still grade them later. And within the Blackmagic app, you can still save your files on the external drive if you wish to do so. So if you ever want to still take footage with Apple log to grade them later, but you don't want to record in ProRes, in Apple ProRes, then you can, I definitely recommend just use Blackmagic app, and it offers you all the possibilities that the and even more, of course, than the default Apple camera app. So that's about what I'm going to do with the phone. I talked about stabilization a little bit, and originally I was thinking about taking a gimbal with me. I don't have a gimbal myself, so a friend of mine was generous enough to offer me this gimbal. This is Capture 2S mobile gimbal. It's a wonderful device. I really liked it. I played with it a little bit, but then I also felt it was it's not big, but it still is additional weight and additional dimensions that I need to put in my bag. And when I will be on vacation, would I really want to take out my camera, put it in the gimbal, set it up, start filming, then take it out, and so on? I felt that it probably would be too inconvenient for me personally to do it all the time. So I decided gimbal is a great thing, but probably not for my type of vacation, at least not the vacation that I am envisioning right now. So wonderful gimbal. I don't think I will be taking it, also because I intend to record with the hard drive, and because of the support of the gimbal, I will not be able to put the USB-C cable in. So gimbal, I thought of it and I decided not to take it. Maybe it was a mistake. If so, then I will tell you about it later. And the next piece of equipment that I'm not going to take is my drone. This is my DJI Mini 3 Pro. I really like this drone. It's very light. It's 249 grams. It flies amazingly well on its small battery. The flight time is about 25 minutes on one battery. It takes great 4K video, also in log format, and it takes very decent pictures in I think with 12 megapixels for its size and the small sensor it has, and its weight. Is just a great drone. And why am I not going to take it? Well, because I have researched how to fly a drone in Japan. You can apply for a flyer ID and permission online. Then you need to pay a small fee, and eventually you will be given this flyer ID and you can legally fly in Japan. But if you actually look at the places where you can fly in Japan, and I'll put a map on the screen for you, there isn't many. And if you want to fly in the areas around big cities, you have to apply for a permit. And that permit depends on the owners of the land, on local laws as well. It's very difficult to sort of get it, and also the details that you need to fill in the permit includes the exact time where you want to fly, where in place and coordinates you want to take off, where you want to land. You cannot fly over the roads. You cannot fly in any parks or near monuments. And all this information is a bit too much for me, and I decided not to do it because I still want to enjoy my vacation and have a nice tourist trip in Japan. Applying for all the permits and making sure that I comply with all the rules would be a bit too much. And finally, if I break any of those rules, the fine can be up to $3,000. And I decided I'm not going to take this risk. So not now, maybe next time I will take my drone to Japan. Or maybe during the trip I realized that actually there are many occasions and many areas where I can safely fly it, and then I will be very sad. But you will learn from it from the next video. So that's about it. That's what I'm going to take to Japan in terms of my equipment and in terms of camera and so on. I will not take any laptops. I will not take any iPads. I think this is it, and it's pretty much enough for me. I'm curious how my choices will affect my vacation, whether I would miss the gimbal or whether I would really realize that, okay, I could have flown my drone over there. If I will see something interesting in Japan, I would probably make a short YouTube short or maybe a small vlog. And if not, then I will make a follow-up video on what I discovered with regarding my choices while I was traveling there. Hopefully this video was entertaining for you. If you had similar experiences or advice or opinions, please leave them in the comments. And if you had similar struggles preparing for a long trip, you could also share them with me. So on this note, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching it, and I will see you in the next one.